What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's Daily Fix, we've pretty much wrapped up our big reviews of the year, so let's take a look at what were our most popular reviews in 2025. I've got the top 5 IGN game reviews that got the most eyes on both IGN.com and here on our YouTube channel. Without further ado, here are the top 5 biggest IGN game reviews of 2025. It's your Daily Fix. Starting things off at number 5 is the game that turned out to be the real killer app for Nintendo Switch 2. No, it's not Mario Kart World, it's Donkey Kong Bonanza. We found it to be a literally groundbreaking 3D platformer with satisfying movement, powerful abilities, impressive destructible environments, and clever challenges that all came together in complete harmony to create Nintendo's first Switch 2 masterpiece. Yes, we all want Mario Odyssey 2, but that team made DK Bonanza and it shows. This is a huge, highly polished adventure full of surprises and delights, and what an ending. We gave it a 10 out of 10. The Switch 2 launch has been the biggest console launch of all time, and that fueled great interest in this exclusive from Nintendo. At number 4, fans have been asking for an Assassin's Creed Ninja game for years, and they finally got it in Assassin's Creed Shadows. We thought it turned out great, gave it an 8 out of 10. There are several reasons why this review is so popular. There's the pent-up frustration from fans who have been asking for this game for so long. But also, Ubisoft has just been struggling to get games out the door in recent years. Its release schedule is nothing like it was 10 or 20 years ago when it had multiple annualized franchises and we were getting a new Assassin's Creed every year. Ubisoft has multiple games stuck in development hell that we've been waiting on for a long time. Beyond Good and Evil 2, anyone? So some of the interest in Shadows was definitely morbid curiosity. Luckily for Ubisoft, it turned out to be one of the good Assassin's Creeds. It sold millions of copies, and Digital Foundry even named it one of the best-looking games of the year. At number 3, go figure, people really love the Doom games. The series was kind of rebooted in 2016, then Doom Eternal hit the same day as Animal Crossing New Horizons in early 2020. The Dark Ages is a prequel to Doom 2016, and has more of a dark fantasy setting than, a dark hellscape setting, I guess. The new scenery and the weightier feel of the Slayer was enough to set it apart from its predecessors, and Doom: The Dark Ages was another direct hit for id Software and Bethesda. Digital Foundry picked this as the number 1 best-looking game of 2025. Also, this was the only game this year that featured a heavy machine gun that feeds human skulls into a chipper and fires the shards as ammo. How could this game in review not be popular? Coming in at number 2 is Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2. Arriving 7 long years after the original, this is an epic war story that is also a truly dynamic open-world sandbox packed with interesting and varied side quests. It sold 1 million copies in 24 hours, which meant developer Warhorse broke even on launch day. Given the frothing demand for this sequel, it's not surprising it is our second most popular review of the year, but there was one game that had an even frothier demand, and it was something of a direct competitor to Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2. IGN's number 1 most popular review of 2025 was for a game you've probably heard a lot about this year, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Yes, the little JRPG by way of France that could was a smash hit that was immediately considered Game of the Year contender when it launched in April. Fast forward to today, and it did indeed win many Game of the Year awards, including IGN's. People loved the story of this developer, Sandfall Interactive, and how it was made up of Ubisoft veterans who just knocked it out of the park with their first effort. It's a real David and Goliath story. Clair Obscur featured an engaging story and a fluid take on turn-based JRPG combat. Oh, and it was only $50. This is many gamers' best game of 2025. It was a huge story that was talked about all year long, so it's not surprising it was also IGN's most popular review. And that's the top 5 most popular IGN reviews of 2025. Tomorrow, I'll be back with the top headlines of the year. Until then, my name is Damon, and for all your video game news, stay tuned to IGN.